Hey, what's up everyone and welcome to OMGamezz. For today, I have a little discussion that I'm going to do with my friend Isaac here. Say hi, Isaac.
What's up?
Yeah. Um we both like to discuss about video games a lot. And I was thinking why not bring that discussion onto YouTube so you guys can be part of it as well. Now, this isn't like fanboy discussion. This is more like, actual debate. So, this time we're going to be discussing about what we think is game of the year. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start, and I think game of the year for 2011 is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Now, why do I think it's game of the year? Because it's such a compelling game and it brings you so much into the world of Skyrim, and it's just an absolutely wonderful RPG game. I've never been in love with an RPG game before as much as this. Maybe Final Fantasy VII is somehow, it can be compared to its epicness, but still I believe Skyrim is amazing. It's one of those RPG games that it's got so much replay value and it's got so much in store that it can literally keep you entertained for so long. I'm pretty sure it has like 300 or 500 hours of gameplay, and even once you beat the main quest, it's just amazing. The way that they develop an entire world and just overall make it realistic enough so that it's great and you can explore it, but in a fantasy kind of way, so that you feel like you're in another world. So I think overall it's just an amazing game, and it completely deserves game of the year. So Isaac, what do you think is game of the year?
Firstly for me, the year 2011, I think Portal 2 really did everything that I could have possibly wanted in a video game. Not even maybe for this year, but just for like every video game I've ever played, because it is literally done every aspect of a video game that I would ever want to be done correctly. It does it correctly and it excels at it. Just to be quick about it, the story, it developed itself so much further than the first one did, and we'll get into that a little later, but it developed everything so much further, and it tried to create more of an engrossing story. It put you right in the front of everything.
Right.
The story was actually really funny. The characters were well drawn out. The plot was just amazing. The music is amazing. And even straight to the gameplay, like the puzzles are mind benders. It'll take you a while. I mean, I never thought sitting in a empty room for 40 minutes would actually be fun, but using actual logic is something that we don't exactly get with many video games we play now, and I feel like it brought a lot to the table in terms of thought and how you were going to fix something, and I feel like it all rolled up. It was all everything I could have wanted rolled up into a big package, to put it simply.
Right. I think that's a great point. And actually, what you were talking about how it integrated the first one into, and how it improved sort of. I sort of saw that in Skyrim. Like it got not only from Fallout 3, which isn't technically the predecessor, but I saw it had the same theme as Oblivion. But what I liked about it is that, to be honest, I liked Oblivion, but I was more of a fan in Fallout. I thought Fallout 3 was amazing. New Vegas was pretty good as well. And I'm glad that they brought a lot of the Fallout into it, and the whole feel to it. Like, even though it's not a wasteland and it's an entire new world with more color, I could still sort of feel like I'm playing Fallout 3 in a way, and that really made me feel at home. But the thing is, they improved it so much, because I mean, even though the themes are sort of different, like, Fallout 3 is like post-apocalyptic, and Skyrim is a fantasy world. I like how you get that feel of Fallout. I really did. I loved it. So yeah, how do you think Portal 2 went with that?
Recently, I haven't been able to play it. I wasn't able to play it previously, but I got a hold of the original Portal, and I love that game very much. But like I said before, Portal 2 literally expanded and improved everything that thought possible. Like I thought Portal was perfect on its own when I played it. The humor was in the right place. It knew what it was doing, but I didn't think it was possible. Like literally everything. The story improved from sort of a just like, oh, you can look for it if you want to from Portal to actually like more of developing it and involving you more of involving you more into it into Portal 2. I feel like the puzzles were a lot more challenging and had more depth in the second one, especially with the new mechanics like the gels that would help you place portals and jump, as well as the excursion funnels and lasers and refracting laser beam cubes. I feel like the mechanics were really changed and improved a lot. And one of the big things that everybody loves is the co-op. I mean, besides for being undeniably cute, um, it really felt like it was really refreshing because usually when we have a co-op game, it's usually like, oh, go shoot guys together. But this was more of a, now you have to think together and cooperate, really cooperate, to make sure that you can progress through the story that exists within the co-op, as well as seeing the more difficult levels. And it was just,
Hmm.
it was vastly improved over the first one, even though I felt like the first one was perfect on its own, which
Right,
is
right.
amazing to say. So good job, Valve.
Okay, so now that we got that out of the way of the whole integrating thing, let's talk about runner-ups. For me, one was Uncharted 3. I loved Uncharted 3 for its graphics and also story. Its third-person shooter style. I just absolutely love that game. Another one was Batman Arkham City. It's another type of superhero game, and I loved it because it felt different than the usual, cheap sort of superhero game. So I absolutely loved it. And as most of you know or should know or will learn right now, I love Assassin's Creed. But one reason why I wouldn't even put Assassin's Creed Revelations to the runner-ups, no matter how much I love the game, I just think it it felt really bland compared to other Assassin's Creed 2. Other Assassin's Creed games. If Assassin's Creed 2 would have come out like on the day that Assassin's Creed Revelations came out, like if they were a bit behind on the story, I would have definitely made that either Game of the Year or runner up. But Assassin's Creed Revelations got repetitive and bland. But it was a great game overall. I love the storyline, so I maybe would put it at runner up. I'm not exactly too sure. So
It's a shame that you didn't really
I
find it
know,
that
right, right. That
engrossing, because when we were watching E3, like you were saying how it looked like it was going to be the best, and I
Yeah, yeah, I know
was
that.
happy for you in that.
But I guess the game's really great. Just I don't know about Game of the Year. So Isaac, what do you think?
Runner up. Now this is a very, very, very little known game to many people. But it's a Xbox Live indie game, or you can also find it on Steam. I highly suggest all of you go and buy it because it's cheap and it's really good. It's called Wizorb, and what it is it's basically like a breakout game. If you've I don't really. It's called, if the older games were called Breakout, where you would have a paddle and you would move it and you would try to hit blocks. But this game totally turned that whole type of genre on its head. I used to hate that. Now it's like, now that you're a wizard, you have to use magic and you have to use different game mechanics in order to kill enemies that are also in the field. There's boss fights. The graphics are amazing. The music is beautiful. It's just a really great experience. Um, the other one, big one for me, was Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I love fighting games, and I'm definitely not good enough to be in a competition, but I loved the hell out of the game. I loved playing it, even though I got, just torn apart by anybody else that played that game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I'm loving Ultimate right now, but I feel like Marvel is the original. It's amazing, and yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So, that was our Game of the Year opinions, I guess, for you guys who were curious. So I think this pretty much concludes this discussion. We re-
Also, you guys should talk about what you thought was the game of the year.
Exactly.
I'm really interested in to hear what everybody else thinks. I
Mhm.
feel like Skyrim is the big one for everybody this year. Obviously, other people have different opinions, but I would really like to see what else
Right. Yeah,
everybody else has to
go
think.
ahead and leave a comment below on what was your game of the year. So I think that pretty much concludes this video. We're probably gonna be making more because we really love making this one so far. So I think, yeah, I guess that's it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.